Good morning. It's Wednesday, January 6th. And today there will be a battle in Congress. Today is the day that 12, I believe the number is 12 senators, accompanied by I don't know how many congressmen, will stand up and object to the presidential election results. They believe all the nonsense that has been spewed about this election. They believe that there was fraud. They believe votes were thrown away. They believe votes were changed. And in 60 court cases, they lost 59 of them. And the other one was just put on hold somewhere. So the question is, how did the Republican Party turn into such an unmitigated group of people who put party over country? How did that happen? This slide into what I will call oblivion preceded Donald Trump. In the last few years, maybe a decade or so, the GOP has thrown away its guiding value and embraced the darker side of politics. It has destroyed long-standing norms in the Senate, creating divisions, not being able to work with each other. Put that together with the corruption in the White House and the cabinet. The Republicans accepted the politicalization of the Justice Department and the lies that were spewed by the Attorney General. They have avoided any meaningful oversight of misconduct. And they never said a word about the attacks on the independence of the inspectors general. If you watch the GOP now, they have distinguished themselves by inaction. It has watched this administration separate children from their parents at the border, mistreat asylum seekers, botched a hurricane in Puerto Rico, attacked all kinds of science, screwed around with the rules and the regulations that the EPA had set up over the years, allowing toxic chemicals into our air and water. He did nothing about the 2016 election interference of the Russians, and they're actively blocking investigations into the current events associated with election interference. They have refused to pass a new Voting Rights Act. They have refused to do anything about climate change. They haven't done anything about immigration. They haven't done anything about the global competition and hunger and poverty. And it confirmed nominees who lied to the Senate, nominees who inflated resumes. And so many were confirmed who didn't even meet the minimum qualifications for the job they got. It confirmed justices who were unanimously rated unqualified by the American Bar Association. That's the Republican Party of today. They created a tax cut at a time when we didn't need one, in a time of low unemployment and low economic growth. And that tax cut is something that we are paying the price for now because it gave us little flexibility to deal with the economic consequences of the coronavirus pandemic. As you can see how they fight to not give enough money to those people who are out there and have lost their jobs and lost the opportunity to make a living. It slashed the budget of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, an 80% cut in a global health program designed to fight pandemics. They abolished that unit And then along comes COVID-19, and we don't have the resources to battle it properly. And they allow many in their states to suffer because they can't communicate the emergency status that we're living under and enforce the proper controls so that we will keep COVID-19 from infecting the whole nation. And they kept quiet when we found out that the Russians offered bounties through the Taliban to kill American soldiers, while the president said and did nothing. The party didn't step forward and say anything either. So as I look at this Republican Party now, I wonder what men like Jacob Javits and Bob Dole would think of this party. As this 2021 version of the Republican Party attempts to overthrow the will of the people, to stand before Congress and object to the voting that took place on November 3rd. All of those great Republicans in the past are probably turning over in their graves. This country has reached the bottom, and our hope for change is in the hands of Joe Biden and his team, who right now are getting no help or very little help from the losers. This is unprecedented in the history of the United States. So it looks like the Democrats may have pulled it off. Warnock has been confirmed as the winner in his Senate race, and Ossoff leads with about 2% of the vote left to go. Ossoff leads by 16,000 votes. So we may see the end of the McConnell rule. That would be a great victory. I will leave you with that thought, and I will see you in the morning. Bye.